The Last Shift. Late one night at a small, isolated gas station on the edge of town, Sarah was finishing her shift. The neon lights flickered against the dark sky, casting eerie shadows. She was the only one there, surrounded by the quiet hum of the pumps and the faint sound of crickets outside. As the clock neared midnight, a sudden chill filled the air. Sarah shrugged it off, thinking it was just a draft from the old building. She busied herself restocking snacks, but she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Just then, the door swung open. An old man entered, his clothes tattered and his face gaunt. He shuffled to the counter, his eyes sunken and distant. "Fill it up," he rasped, pointing to a rusted pickup truck outside. Sarah's instincts screamed at her to be cautious, but she nodded and went to the pump. As she filled the tank, she glanced back at the man. He stood by the window, staring out into the darkness, an unsettling stillness about him. The gas pump clicked off, and she returned to the counter. "That'll be $20, she said, but the man didn't move. Instead, he kept his gaze fixed outside, as if he were searching for something, or someone. After a few awkward moments, Sarah repeated herself. The man finally turned, but his eyes were now filled with sadness. "I'm just passing through," he said softly, "but it's been a long time since I was here." "Here?" Sarah asked, puzzled. He pointed out the window. "My home was just down that road, long ago." She glanced outside, but all she could see were the shadows of trees swaying in the wind. "What happened?" she pressed, curiosity getting the better of her. The old man sighed, his voice barely above a whisper. "There was an accident. I never left. But tonight I just wanted to see—" Before she could respond, the station's lights flickered violently. When they stabilized, the man was gone. Confused, Sarah rushed outside, but the pickup truck had vanished. In its place was a faded, overgrown path leading into the woods. Shaken, she returned inside, her heart racing. The clock read 12:01 a.m. Suddenly, the radio crackled to life, playing an old country song. It was the same one her grandfather used to hum while working in the fields. As she listened, she felt a strange warmth envelop her. The air shifted, and she could almost see the outline of the old man standing beside her, smiling gently. For a brief moment, she felt connected to something far beyond the gas station, a sense of peace washing over her. Then, just as quickly as it began, it was gone. The lights dimmed again, the radio fell silent, and Sarah was left alone, breathless. That night, she finished her shift, glancing out into the darkness, unsure if she would ever truly understand what had happened. But she knew one thing. Some places hold on to their stories, waiting for someone to remember. And sometimes, those stories come to life when you least expect it.